The unprovoked attack on Ukraine by Russia having major economic effects, the war leading to a roller coaster on the markets today and on Russia's own financial markets and its currency, the ruble. Russia is the world's top natural gas exporter, big oil exporter as well, number two when it comes to crude oil. Oil prices peaking at a 7-year high, heading toward $128 a barrel. We talked about the ruble just getting hammered, losing a lot of its value today as well. The question is, does Vladimir Putin actually really care over what's going on? Let's show you the boards if we can as well. The markets, the Dow, in fact, recovering a lot of lost territory. At one point, it was down by 600 points, and the TSX is not bad either. So you see there is a bit of a resurgence going on and a rally late in the day today, which is a good sign. Moshe Lander is my guest. He's an economics professor at Concordia University. He is in Montreal today. Moshe, good to see you. The volatility we're seeing today, how bad could it get?
Well, volatility can go as bad as you want it to be. I guess at the end of the day, it's where does it stop, right? And so, what the markets seem to be saying right now is that maybe this was foreseeable, at least in the last week. And so they're probably not as fazed by the actual action now as much as the speculation.
Tell me about oil prices, too. And we've even seen President Biden, talking about this major international crisis, but at the same time trying to reassure American consumers about gas prices when they go to the pumps. Your take on as we see oil prices going up, what it's going to mean?
Well, Canada has that mixed blessing because we are also a major producer of oil. And so I think that Premier Kenney today is bringing down a budget that's going to talk about how he's balancing the budget on the backs of higher oil prices. And so, I don't think that this was exactly foreseen at the time that they were forecasting it, but, provinces that are going to be producers of oil are going to be smiling today. And so I think the prairies maybe is not happy, at least with the reason for it, but they're happy with the outcome. Of course, in Ontario and Quebec, maybe not so much because they're the big consumers.
Let me ask you about these sanctions. Russia is already under sanctions. They were brought in 8 years ago when they illegally invaded Crimea. Now more sanctions coming in. The effect you think that's realistically, Moshe, and be blunt with us, actually going to have?
On Canada, practically nothing. We import from Russia in 1 year about what we import from the U.S. across the Ambassador Bridge in 1 day. So it's not going to really affect us. As far as what it's going to do to Russia, can it get any worse for them as ordinary citizens? They're living under a dictator that wants to restore the Soviet Union. And so, what's a little bit more inflation among friends? I don't think that it can get much worse for them. Europe's going to be the one that's really going to see the squeeze here because they're so reliant on Russia for their energy source.
Yeah, we've talked a lot about Nord Stream 2, as you know, this gas pipeline that connects Russia to Germany. What we hear less about is the original Nord Stream, which is still there and continues to pump gas into Germany, of course. And Europe is heavily dependent on Russian oil and gas. And, as long as that continues, the Russians have a lot of power here.
They have, and you know what? They've had it for a while now, and Europe doesn't seem to really care. I mean, they make the right noises, and they say all of the, shame on Russia for their behavior in Crimea, now in Ukraine, and the way they've bullied the Baltics around in the past as well. But they don't seem to be able to break their reliance. It's almost like showing addiction-type behavior, where they've had the opportunity to try and find other sources. They just keep refusing, and I guess it's just because it's so close and it's so cheap. They'll pay literally almost any price, it seems, and put up with Russian behavior in their backyard.
Why not sanction Putin personally, Moshe?
You could. He doesn't seem to leave Russia. So, the fact is that you can really only get to him if he leaves Russia. And so it's the oligarchs that, send their kids to British schools or that own soccer clubs around the world or that want to travel. They're the ones that you have to get to and hope that that does something to Putin. But it seems that usually when they get in his way, they end up with a mysterious, trip off the balcony in a hotel room. So it's really hard to get to him. And he's done a really good job of insulating himself in the Kremlin and inside Russia.
Yeah, well said. And the Russians have been smart in the following way. They have been almost preparing for this, trying to make their country, quote, sanctions proof. As you know, they are sitting on 650 billion, give or take, dollars U.S. In foreign reserves, which gives them a lot of power to be able to kind of hunker down and wait things out in the face of these sanctions. So they've been carefully strategizing for years.
And they have a lot of room then to cause trouble too. When you're sitting on $650 billion of reserves, if you want to throw all of those out the window at once, you could completely destabilize American markets, right? That's not a trivial sum even in the US. So the fact is that it insulates them, but it also gives them a lot of leverage to create trouble if anybody does try to come after Russia. I don't think anybody's going to be as foolish as to try and invade them or to do anything in a militaristic sort of way. But if the sanctions get particularly tough, as long as Putin and his circle is insulated, I don't think that he's particularly going to care unless the people rise up there and come for him. They've tried it in the past, but it just doesn't seem to work.
Moshe Lander joining us from Montreal, economics expert, with his take on these sanctions being brought in against Russia amid this invasion. Thank you, Moshe. Good to see you.